Amazing analytical Aquarius. Welcome, welcome. It is Sachi. We are here to do some shamanic shifting. Just a couple announcements. It's been a while. Yes, it has. It is good to connect with you again. I did take a little bit of a breather, some R&R for myself ever since I started my business and doing this full time. I really didn't take any time for myself. So I took some time to catch up on some private readings and relax and take a vacation. So thank you all for being patient with me. There was the August reading, which is available for Eagle and Phoenix members on my site. So it's a message, collective message that is urgent message from source. And then I go into the individual signs for their urgent message from source. So if you didn't see that, I'm announcing it here so that you can do that. And again, that is for Eagle and Phoenix members only. But I plan on being back to my regular schedule monthlies from here forward. And I would like to thank you guys so much for your support. You guys did come in third this month. So if you remember, the top 2 videos with the most likes do get a bonus reading, and whoever comes in first does get the extended for free. So you guys were just a couple likes off, 1 like off from coming in second. And I know you guys have been in first and second for quite some time. So let's see if we can get you back up there, Aquarius. I appreciate all of your support, your likes, your comments, you know, any sort of engagement really helps this account so much. I would also like to announce that my books are back open after being closed for about 2 months. Again, I did need some time off. But if you would like to book with me, now would be the time to do it. My books are, my prices are increasing on September 6th. So if you're interested in booking with me, now would be the time if you want to get this at what I would consider now to be a discounted price. Also, Instagram no longer caps videos at 15 minutes. So, which is good. Sometimes I feel a little bit rushed for this, you know, trying to make it within 15 minutes. I'm going to aim for between 15 and 20. And then, of course, the extendeds, as some of you may know, are usually 20 to 30, sometimes 40 if it gets super, super deep. I try to be as thorough as possible. So I'm really glad that we no longer have that time constraint, because I get a lot of messages. As you know, I'm an angelic channeler. So, you know, so much data comes in once that high vibrational light, you know, condenses basically through my crown chakra. It's really an overwhelming amount of data that I really try to, you know, communicate as well as I can. But again, sometimes with the time constraint, I feel the need to sort of rush, or sometimes I miss things. So I will be as thorough as possible. So I hope that you guys enjoy that. I think that's all the announcements that I have. If I have more, you know, I'll say along the way. But anyway, Aquarius, let's get started. So we are doing shamanic shifting, which is what was voted for. So just a reminder, you can vote in my IG stories for the type of reading that you want for the month. And what we're going to do is take a look at your current energy, take a look at what your manifestation goal is, and then take your current energy and transmute it into your manifestation goal. So anyway, this is what came out in the cleansing ceremony. We had the Ace of Swords in reverse, the 4 of Pentacles, the Knight of Wands, 3 of Cups, and Justice. So what this was telling me with the Ace of Swords in reverse, it feels like there's kind of a defeat in some sort of way that you're dealing with, a feeling like you weren't victorious in some sort of way. This can be in terms of communication. Maybe it's hard to communicate something, or communication just isn't going the way that you want it to. This can be particularly how you are dealing with finances, or the way that you have diversified your funds or lack thereof. There can be this issue of constantly sort of having money on your mind, or being concerned about the financial aspect of X, Y, and Z. Some of this can do with the Knight of Wands and 3 of Cups. Both of these are very, you know, kind of carefree energy. Knight of Wands is a kind of in and out energy. It can also indicate travel. And 3 of Cups is also a celebratory sort of wahoo. So there can be this aspect of not really, again, not keeping a tight lid, I guess, on finances, or, you know, feeling the need to be overly concerned about finances and things like that, especially when it comes to travel or sort of fun stuff or any sort of celebration that may be upcoming. And then we have justice here. Justice is talking about karmic justice. So the energy that you're putting out is the energy that you're receiving back. So it can be the way that you're communicating to the universe about, you know, your financial health or whatever is now being reflected back to you in some sort of way. And justice is also, you know, it's Libra energy. So it's balance of yin and yang energy in a one-on-one relationship, romantic or platonic. But it seems like, you know, there is sort of this juggling of like, okay, how do I get this to sort of balance? We also had steel type energy. So it could be that someone is stealing your finances or something like that. But steel type really indicates creating a really strong energetic boundary around yourself or, you know, because of those situations. Sorry, I just started getting so many downloads. I was getting like things being very unfair and people trying to sort of feed off of you. So it's important to create these energetic boundaries around your aura so that people can't steal your energy or, you know, attach to it without your consent. Floatel using rescue, Machamp using badge of discipline, and Machoke using beatdown. So this is telling me, you know, there's someone basically that was like, oh, rescue me, you know, I'm drowning sort of thing. Someone who needed some sort of emotional rescuing. And badge of discipline and beatdown, these are both fighting types, and actually Machoke evolves into Machamp, but Machamp came first, which is showing sort of a de-evolution of this. And it seems like, you know, you got your badge of discipline when it came to this situation, but then something got sort of beat down. And again, it does feel like because of water, because of emotion in some sort of way. So that's what came out in the cleansing ceremony. That's the energy that's just being cleansed. So we will see, like I said, what we're going to do is do some shamanic shifting, look into your current energy, what your manifestation goal is, and then how to transmute your current energy into your goal. So let's see, Aquarius, what's going on in your current energy. We have 8 of Wands, Ace of Swords in reverse, both in reverse. So I heard like something about blockages, basically. 8 of Wands, again, I feel like you feel stuck in a lot of ways, and some of it may be in terms of communication. And the thing is like, you know, the angels are saying it's not nothing. You actually are being blocked. You know, you are in sort of this stagnant position for some sort of reason of why you can't move forward. Again, Ace of Swords, there is this aspect of sort of, you know, feeling defeated in some sort of way. Like you can't get the point is what I'm hearing. Let's see, what's the light energy? We have Go-Go using Overrun and Graveler using Rollout. So anytime Archangel Gabriel barks, I know that the angels are affirming what is going on. So we have Go-Go using Overrun and Graveler using Rollout. So it looks like the heart chakra is being overrun by Capricorn energy, Go energy. And Capricorn energy can be Saturn, basically, patriarchal forces, societal forces, things that are going on in, you know, within our social structures or GOVTs. And it can also be, you know, work related, social strata and social climbing, wealth accumulation and things like that. So it seems like your heart chakra is really overrun by Capricorn energy, and this is increasing more and more. Rollout is an attack. I'm so glad that I have time to explain things better. So I'm not sure if you've ever seen a Pokemon battle, but basically it's like you and another person. You know, it's your turn, you choose the attack that you're going to do, and boom, your Pokemon attacks. Then that person, you know, chooses the attack, and usually in the cards it's either 1 or 2, but in the games you have up to 4 attacks. So you pick one of your 4 attacks and it attacks. Then they pick theirs, then it attacks. Then you pick yours and it attacks. Then they pick theirs and it attacks, and so on. But rollout is a little bit different. Rollout, when you pick that attack, you don't get to choose your attacks for the next 3, 4, 5, sometimes up to 10 attacks. And so when it's your turn, you don't get to choose. It just continuously uses rollout, and rollout gets stronger and stronger. So the first time, you know, when you actually choose rollout, it might do 10 damage. And then on the next attack, it does 20 damage. And then on the third, it does 30 damage. you know, for anyone who's a Pokemon fan, you know all about Whitney's milk tank using that rollout. It was literally so difficult. It's a very strong thing, and it's an attack that just keeps getting stronger and stronger, indicating that this energy is sort of an energy that just keeps gaining momentum. It's getting stronger and stronger, that your heart chakra is being overrun by go-goat. I heard greed, but I don't necessarily feel like you're being greedy, but I feel like there is this energy of like, okay, I need to accumulate a lot of money. Okay, I need to work. I need to do this. It says they inhabit mountainous regions. The leader of the herd is decided by a battle of clashing horns. So it's talking about inhabiting a mountainous region. And again, mountain energy isn't meant to move forward. It's meant to be very stagnant and stuck. So it seems like basically what's going on is things aren't moving forward because you are meant to be more grounded and rooted and, you know, focused on, you know, wealth accumulation or something like that. Again, it seemed like you were very concerned about finances. And it may take time. It may take, you know, time for this momentum to go. It's talking about the leader decided. So I feel like there is a little bit of a battle of sort of who's in charge here. It says, with a free and uncaring nature, it doesn't mind if a piece breaks off while it rolls down the mountain. Yeah, mountain spirit again. So I feel like definitely mountain spirit, you're meant to be where you are. And you're meant to sort of climb the mountain rather than being moving forward, if that makes sense. You're meant to go up, not forward. Does that make sense? And so I do feel like you are climbing the social strata. You are meant to sort of, you know, accumulate that wealth before you can continue to move forward. It's also talking about, you know, having a free and uncaring nature if pieces break off. So I feel like, you know, your energy right now is basically like, all right, if something's not meant to be mine, whatever, let it go. You know what I mean? All right, let's see what's the shadow here. We have Para using safety check in reverse, but it looks like you might not be checking in to see if you feel safe or not. Let's see what this is. We have Cottony attached. Yeah, you may not be, you know, checking to see if it's safe for your heart chakra to attach to something. And again, that could be, you know, patriarchal social energy or something like that, collective energy of what's going on for our collective sort of Capricorn energy. But it does feel like, again, there is, needing to check in with yourself to make sure that you're safe, especially if, you know, pieces of you are falling off or whatever. The energy that I'm getting is basically, you know, checking in if you feel safe is basically, you know, having that conversation with yourself, like, do I have what I need to continue this, or do I need to rest? You know, Capricorn is that goat that keeps climbing that mountain, but it's also the sea goat. It has that mermaid tail, and it needs to go into that oasis and, you know, relax and get that mermaid tail wet. So remember, just as much as it's important to have, you know, your heart being put into business or, you know, wealth or whatever it is, it's really important to, you know, check in with yourself, because it looks like your heart chakra is getting attached to it without really checking in to see if it's safe. It says, using food stored in cheek pouches, they can keep watch for days. They use their tails to communicate with others. So it's talking about storing food in its cheek pouches for days. So, you know, I got this message for Virgo as well. It's important to, you know, make sure that you have a little bit of, especially if you're meant to stay where you are for a while instead of, you know, moving or whatever, that, you know, it's good to have a certain amount of, you know, food, water, medical supplies, whatever you may need, kind of a little stockpile just in case. It's talking about using its tails to communicate with others, which I take as communicating with others about things that have happened in the past, right? And, again, you don't need a bunch of finances, right? Because if there's not, let's say, like, I'll tell you a personal anecdote. Today, my partner and I were at the supermarket, and this lady, well, two ladies, but only one lady talked, came up to us, and she was like, do you ever get the feeling like someone's just not telling you something, but something really big's about to happen? And we were like, what? And she's like, it's weird. There's no water here. There's no eggs here. There's no pop other than diet pop. She's like, something big's about to come. So of course, you know, me and my partner being for what we do, we're like, okay, message heard. And so, you know, it's just important to, you know, right. So let's say you have a bunch of money and you need to buy water or you need to buy whatever it is. If there's none there, it doesn't matter how much money you have. So again, it's about sort of understanding that, you know, material resources, which is very much Taurus energy. Graveler gives me Taurus energy. Taurus energy is the energetic relationship with the material realm in general. So that does describe your energetic relationship with money, not necessarily how much you have, not how much you earn, not how your spending habits or anything like that, but your energetic connection with money. Is it healthy? Is it unhealthy? Are you too obsessed with it? Do you just not care enough? You know, do you think it's evil? Do you think it's good, right? It's a universal trading token. So to recognize other material things also as a form of wealth as well. So yeah, I just feel like that's an important message for you, Aquarius. Let's move on. We have Cottony using attach. So again, we have this aspect of attachment in the heart chakra. It says it shoots cotton from its body to protect itself. So again, this need to protect yourself, especially check in to make sure that you're safe. It says it gets caught up in hurricane strength winds. It can get sent to the other side of the earth. So hurricane strength winds, right? There is this aspect of, you know, getting sent to the other side of the earth. And so, you know, again, I feel like you're not meant to move. You're meant to be climbing up a mountain, not flying to the other side of the earth. This is your shadow. So part of it can be like, oh, well, I need to run somewhere else or something. No, you're meant to hunker and stay and have what you need if that should come to fruition. But I feel like there is also this energy of like, again, we saw that travel sort of thing. So if someone is giving an opportunity to, hey, come to the other side of the planet or whatever, maybe it's a vacation, maybe it's whatever. Again, you know, make sure that you're doing a safety check on whatever that entails, right? Because it seems like right now there is this emphasis of, again, climbing the mountain, not moving forward or something like that, right? It's about ascending upwards rather than moving forwards. All right, let's see what your goal is here. I feel like the goal kind of already came out, but it feels like your current energy is trying to ascend. But let's see. What's your goal, Aquarius? What's your goal? Knight of Swords. Okay, yeah, so you are trying to, you know, master the swords energy, but not in a way that it would be queen or king. Queen and king of swords are very, you know, their word is law. It's very contractual. The Knight of Swords, on the other hand, doesn't really do contracts. And if there is a contract, it's a very short period of time, if that makes sense. So, you know, part of it is, I feel like, again, very short contracts in some sort of way. Let's get some more information. I feel like part of it is keeping your mouth shut about something. 10 of Wands, Hermit in reverse. Yeah. Of keeping something to yourself in some sort of way. The Hermit in reverse, it doesn't mean that you're going to be alone or that you're isolated in any sort of way. It feels like, you know, other people are going to possibly be climbing up this mountain with you. But there is this aspect of sort of protection or secrecy or privacy is what I'm getting. It's like being private but also not alone in some sort of way. Let's look deeper into this. What's the light energy here? And it feels like with the 10 of Wands here, usually it's very burdensome, but honestly what I'm getting is like each of these is kind of like a paintbrush. You have like 10 things that you're creating. And again, you don't want to keep it to yourself forever. It's not meant to be, you know, like you're going to make 10 paintings and just never show anybody. But until everything's ready, you're kind of keeping your mouth shut is what it feels like. Woo! Double dragon energy. Beautiful. So double dragon is one, it can be twin flame energy. So some of you may be going on your twin flame journey. But two, this is like Rahu and Ketu, which are known as the dragon head and dragon tail, which is also your north node and south node. So whenever this comes out upright, I always take it as following your north node. That's expanding your soul's consciousness. That is following your true north, following your soul's mission. So I definitely feel like you're doing really big things that are part of your goal here, is really following your true north, which is beautiful. So you must be working with your chart there, or unknowingly hacking your natal chart. Let's see, what's the shadow here? Heat more using Fire Claw. Yeah, so the shadow is heat more heat. You're already at the 10 of Wands, which is kind of the most that you can carry, the most that you can handle. You really can't take another creative project on or something like that. It's like, you know, you're going up a mountain. How many things can you really carry on the way up there? You know what I mean? So with Fire Claws here, I feel like it's very important with Heat More that you know, regulate your Kundalini, make sure that your root chakra is healthy, making sure that you're grounded and stable, right? Rooted into reality. And your root chakra is everything that you eat and drink, right? Everything that you put in and on your body, your sleeping pattern, and your sense of safety. And then, of course, also your financial situation also relates to your root chakra, because that is, you know, it influences your sense of safety to an extent. And also the way that you can provide for yourself, shelter, food, which is also a sense of safety thing. So I think it's very important that you are really working with your root chakra and staying grounded. And again, I do feel like, you know, traveling to the other side of the world or something like that is not necessarily recommended at this time. It says there's a hole in its tail that allows it to draw in the air that it needs to keep the fire burning. If the hole gets blocked, the Pokemon will fall ill. Yeah, be very careful. Again, you're already doing a lot. Don't take on another project, or it can lead to sickness in some sort of way. So you want to be very, very careful. It's also talking about the hole in its tail that used to bring in air, right? That's like your root chakra. You need to have healthy air in your root chakra. I think you got this message, you know, last reading, which was 2 months ago, or the reading before that, which was 3 months ago, which is making sure that, you know, in order for a fire to keep going, you need a certain amount of air. You need it to be airing out. And so that's telling me, in order to keep your fire going and stuff like that, you need to be communicating. You need to be doing the documentation necessary. Again, these short contracts, or, you know, keeping records of things that, like, or something like that, especially with all of these ideas and stuff that you have. So, you know, very, very important to make sure that your root chakra is what it is, and that Kundalini is healthfully being channeled, or again, you could fall ill. As I cough. My throat is getting a little bit hoarse. Let me drink some water. Yeah, communication. Oh, that's not that card. Okay. All right, let's see. Yeah, I saw play. So you may need to introduce a little bit more play in your life. We see that you're very focused on work, but make sure that you're having, you know, fun. All right, let's see what message would like to bring us into the extended. Like I said, what we're going to do is take your current energy and transmute it into your goal here. We have yes. Just say yes. So we are going to head into the extended. I hope that means a yes from you. It is available for Eagle and Phoenix members. Membership plans start at $7.77, so $7.77. If that interests you, you can click the link below and I will see you there. But if we part ways here, good luck with the situation. I'm sending you so much love. Mwah.